What's going on, guys? This is Javon with the Myles podcast, and I wanted to welcome you into the episode for today. The topic for discussion today is parenting. Parenting is tough. Parenting, you have to have a lot of patience because children, they're learning and they're going to make mistakes. And children have that mindset of a child. They don't have the mindset of thinking ahead as an adult. Even if you're all the way, I would say even in my teenage years, I didn't really think about, my later years, my 30s, or even my late 20s, if that mattered. I really didn't think that far ahead. I was kind of in that stuck in that moment, in that present. And that was just something that as I got older, I was able to evolve and kind of understand and realign things that I cared about so that I can have a future, and my children can have a future, and my wife can have a future, and my brothers and my sisters, everyone can have a future. And we kind of just fed off each other's energy and kind of just went in there and reshaped or remolded our thinking and restructured our lives. So when it comes to being a parent, again, one of the things that you got to have is patience with the children or with your child. You have to be loving. I think that most people do a great job of actually being there. I see a lot of men being there and being in the lives of their children. And I think that's very important. And, that's something that I do take very, very personal when it comes to my children, because growing up, my father wasn't there. However, I was lucky enough, like I said before in previous videos, if you guys watch, to actually have a stepfather in my life that kind of felt that void. So as I grow up now, I love my father, but me and my father, we don't have a relationship. And I don't feel like I'm missing, just because, like I said, I had someone to kind of step in and kind of just gave me the ins and outs and kind of taught me and disciplined me and loved me as I grew up, and it did mold me into the man I am today. And also my mother being in my life and just showing an unconditional love and just love, understanding, patience, and that meant the world to me, more than anything that they could have ever bought for me. At the end of the day, that really didn't matter to me. It was more about being present, being active, and just being able to communicate with me. That's something that really stuck with me and really played an important factor in my foundation. So with being a parent, just remember to be patient with the children, and because the children that look up to their parents, if you treat your children right, they'll look up to you, and they'll love you unconditionally. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, nothing feels better than me coming home from a hard day's work and my children are right there to greet me with a smile and a hug. That makes me feel good, and my wife, and that makes me feel good every time. It's just one of those things that you can't buy, and it'll never get old. So, I see a lot of people out there that are actively taking care of their children, and I just want to continue to congratulate you guys, because that's an awesome sight to see. And have the world tell it. We don't take care of our children. We do X, Y, and Z, but the right thing. And that's not true, because I see with my own eyes. I've been on this world for a long time. And there are people out there that don't take care of their children, but there are a lot of people that do. And to sit there and say that people, a certain ethnic group of people, that's just that's wrong. That's wrong, because like I said again, I see people all the time that actually want to be present in their children's life. And it's just being with being a parent too. You have to be a teacher, you have to be a counselor, you have to be a therapist. You have to be, you gotta be a superhero, and to children, it don't take much though. Sometimes we overthink things and we want to be perfect, but we're gonna make mistakes, and we're gonna learn from our mistakes as well. The children are gonna teach us, and help us identify who we are as well. Just because we'll learn things about ourselves that we didn't know that we were capable of doing before, and then you'll build a relationship that's irreplaceable. So with that being said, I just want to say that being a parent can be difficult, but it also can be very it's one of those things like this. It's difficult, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't replace it for anything in the world. So I just want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you.